Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A lot of guys were asking for our opinions on Andrew Tate. So we're going to react to a few of his clips and stay tuned to the end for our opinions on him.
Bismillah.
What's your thought on Islam and everything? Because I know in the Quran and stuff, like you could have up to 4 wives and stuff. So I've seen you talk about it a little bit, but I would like to know like what you think about it.
I think it's the last religion on the planet.
You think it's the right religion?
I think it's the last religion. So if it's the last true religion on the planet, then it has to be the correct one. Because I don't think
How is it the last one?
It's the last religion because no other religion has boundaries which they enforce. If you will tolerate everything, then you stand for nothing. If your book says X, but you refuse to say the book says this, I'm sticking to what the book says. Doesn't matter what the subject is, right? I don't want to get us banned. I think everyone can work it out. If you're a Christian, 99% of Christians are ignoring every single rule inside the Bible every single day.
Christians interpret the Bible, you're saying? Like they pick and choose what they want to
they'll try and say, I interpret it differently. I believe in God, but I don't believe in that part. That's not what the book says. It doesn't say ignore half of me. It says follow me. No, Only Muslims follow their book.
No, true. Yeah,
so they're the last religion.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? Christians come along and say, I'm a Christian, Give a fuck. You ignore the Bible.
Well, isn't there a lot of Muslims that don't follow the Quran too, though?
I'm sure there's a lot of Muslims who don't completely follow the Quran. But I'm saying that if you were to go out there and try and find Muslims who live true to the Quran completely, you can find them.
Yeah.
You ain't going to find
I think you can find Christians.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
Muslim religion, I mean, not to, no different in any religion, but like, dude, you're not going to find a Muslim.
That's right.
Like a woman that's a Muslim that's a...
Put me in any church. Give me the hottest church.
There's Muslims out there.
I'm sure there are, but I'm saying the point he's making is you can find a bunch of women who adhere to Islam who are still virgins to the age of 25 waiting for an arranged marriage.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You will not find that under Christianity.
100%.
You can find some.
Yeah, you can find a couple.
But you're right. There's probably more Muslims that follow. There's more devout Muslims than devout Christians.
Christianity has no power left. It's a power. Even the Pope is up here talking about. And I want to make this very, very clear. I'm not anti anything. I'm not homophobic. I'm talking about what the book says. If the book says man and women lay together, and then the Pope is going to stand up now and saying that you can be a gay preacher, the book doesn't mean anything now. So the whole religion doesn't mean anything. So the rules don't mean anything. If you're tolerant of everything, you stand for nothing. The problem is with religion is that it naturally needs to be intolerant. For a religion to be a religion which is respected, it needs to be intolerant of certain things. Yeah, you can't say we're a religion which tolerates everything. Now you have no belief systems.
But when was that book written, It
does, completely.
But the world evolves. So.
Completely. So Christianity has evolved into nothing. Islam hasn't. This is the point I'm making. The point I'm making is if you're going to throw your own rules away, you can't stand up and say, this is a religion, these are our doctrines, but we tolerate everything, and we don't punish anyone for anything, and none of it really matters. Are you a Christian? Well, the fuck isn't. Oh, the world's a Christian. Porn stars are Christians. Who gives a shit? It doesn't mean anything. It's different with Islam. With Islam, you can't get away with it. Even if you're saying that there's some sluts, etc., fine, that's cool. But people don't stand up and openly disrespect Islam.
Oh, hell no.
Because they're afraid. So, once again, if you don't have rule systems and doctrines and beliefs and prophets, which people are afraid to mock, are you even a religion? People won't disrespect Islam. Nobody will disrespect it because they're scared. Even in a Christian country.
What do you mean by disrespect?
I mean, disrespect it. Say something, disrespect it. You could walk around, if you could wear a t-shirt saying Jesus is gay, right here in Croatia, a Christian country, and you will make it out of the country alive. I dare you to do the same thing with the Islamic Prophet. I dare you to do the same thing. You would make it out of a Christian country alive, an Islamic country alive. Even in Christian countries, you are not safe to do that. You do not disrespect their beliefs.
Yeah, disrespecting Allah is...
No, you don't do that.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Nobody does. So what I'm saying is, if they're the last religion on earth that people are afraid to disrespect, if their God is the last God on earth that people are afraid to disrespect, then he's the only God that matters. If every other God can be mocked, laughed at, put in video games, fucking shot at, shit, dressed up gay on TV shows, ha 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 ha. What kind of religion is that? It's a joke.
Yo,
don't take that lightly. What we don't do, we are not advocating or promoting harassment or violence or anything like that. We will intellectually and academically refute them, but we don't take that lightly, bro.
Yeah, 100%. My question for Andrew Tate is, okay, why aren't you Muslim then? You say it's the last religion on earth. It must be the truth. It must be correct. Follow it. Follow it. You know what the book says? The book says that if you believe and do good deeds and so on and so forth, you'll be rewarded with heaven. But if you reject, then where are you going to go? And if you truly believe what you're saying in this video, why aren't you a Muslim? Because if you understand the full implications of what everything you're saying actually means, and you're not just doing it for show or whatever, then you should understand that you as an individual right now who's claiming Islam is the truth but won't practice it, people like that are doomed for hell. So just accept Islam, be a Muslim, implement it into your life. You'll be happy, inshallah. You will genuinely be happy and content in your life. I think the guy's Nelk boy, I don't know his name, but Nelk boy, his pushback on kind of what was being said. I think that was fair for sure. But like you were saying, Fad, we don't tolerate disrespect. We might deal with it in a kind and genuine manner, but we will still deal with it, right? Not every Muslim is going to go at you with the pit. Some people will. Not that less we're supposed to do. We're actually not supposed to do that stuff. The state is supposed to deal with these people. For Muslims like us, we approach these people, we talk to them, and if we just humiliate them intellectually, then khalas, that so be it. But Andrew Tate himself has said a lot of things that are actually un-Islamic, or maybe even Islamophobic, some people might say. This was probably a while ago, but he said that the niqab, the face covering for the women, is dehumanizing. What the hell is that? Right? Maybe he changed his mind on it. Allahu Alam. He's also supported Tommy Robinson, who's a clear, in broad daylight, Islamophobic person. Right? He's misunderstood Islam about verses where it says, to unalive the unbelievers and so on and so forth. I think that, inshallah, he should get on a Muslim podcast with another Muslim, talk about Islam. And this is an invitation for Andrew Tate to come to Islam. If you truly believe what you said in that video, just become a Muslim.
And I genuinely want to ask him this too. Like, why are you speaking so much about Islam and Muslims and one true religion? And if it's clear to you, then why are you not accepting it? And this kind of leads into another segue we want to save till the end of this stream about a lot of influencers and YouTubers and celebrities talking really well about Islam, but they use it maybe perhaps, and Allah knows their intention best, but to gain a following rather than sincerity. Because if it was sincere, you would have done it already. How many people do you think accept Islam every single day and they don't even make a video about it? Bro, so many. Of course, we see, mashallah, tabarakallah, so many brothers and sisters doing revert stories and all this type of stuff. But how many do you think don't even make a video because they don't even care about making a video about it?
Yeah, I was going to say, when he was talking about that if you go through, like, let's say one of these, like, countries that are Muslim dominated, you wear a shirt that says anything about any of the prophets, peace and blessings be upon all of them, you probably won't make it out of there. Like, it's not just the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. It's also Jesus. It's also Moses. It's also Isaac. It's also Abraham. It's all of the prophets. Peace and blessings be upon all of them. And that's what we hold very dearly. We respect them very dearly, to where it's like, if anyone disrespects that, it's like, yo, how you going to respect someone who brought down direct revelation, who was a guide for humanity? Like, who are you? Who are you to disrespect someone of this nature, of this, I want to say this level, but we can't even idolize the prophets, peace and blessings be upon all of them. So I just want to point that out.
All right, let's go right back in.
Islam fixes a lot of the problems that men are currently facing. The problems we're discussing on this show, Islam fixes all of them, right? That's the first thing about Islam. And I'm not a Muslim, right? If I had to choose a religion, I would, because I live in an Orthodox Christian country, I go to the Orthodox Christian church. I donate $20,000 a month to the church in the country I live in. The church in Romania is very powerful, and I like having church friends. So I give them a lot of money, right? So I would guess I'm an Orthodox Christian. But if I had to bet on one religion as if I were betting on the stock market for the future, you have to bet on Islam. Because Muslims are intolerant. And I'm not saying that disrespectfully, because if you're tolerant of everything, then you stand for nothing. Christians are so tolerant now. You don't believe it. They have gay pastors that, I'm not even anti-gay, but if the book says don't have, like, what do you believe in now? If you're tolerant of everything, you stand for nothing. I can walk through London with a t-shirt saying Jesus is gay and nothing will happen to me. If I did the same thing with the Islamic prophet, I'd be dead before I got to the end of the street. Boom. That's how much they believe and respect. And I respect people who stick up for what they believe in. It's not even about me believing in it. I respect them because they believe, and they will defend. Muslims are the only people who will defend their religion. They will defend their beliefs. They refuse to be mocked. They refuse to be insulted. And I respect that about them. I respect that. That's an amazing thing about them, right? And the third point is, and I've been all around the world, some of the best countries in the world today are the first world Muslim nations. Qatar, you can go to Qatar, you can fall asleep with $1 million on your lap in the middle of the street. Nothing's going to happen to you.
Saudi Arabia as well.
You can go to Saudi, nothing will happen to you. You can go to Dubai, UAE, nothing's going to happen to you.
They leave their cars parked with the keys inside.
It's so safe.
Wow.
It's so safe. Women, everyone's married. Every woman obeys her husband. Every single woman has 4, 5, 6 kids. Big families. All the things we're talking about, all the problems we have here, right? They've got none of that. None of it. because of Islam. Islam keeps society in the role where women obey their man, women have children, women have big families, women are exceptionally happy to do so.
Yes.
Before some Western girl comes in here and runs her mouth, the Islamic women are happier than any you're going to see in the club tonight.
They're very true.
They're happy. Society is functioning. Their population is growing because in most Western countries, the population is declining.
Yep. Tim Cass was talking about it today. I was talking about, we were
two
showing
people
on
have
the
one kid. Doesn't work. Doesn't work, right? Two people need to have 3.1 kids because people die, right? People die prematurely, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So we have population problems in the West. We have none of the population problems. Society is functioning. And that's what society is. Society starts at the smallest possible group. You have families, and families make a street, and that street makes a village, and that village makes a town, that town makes a city, and that city makes a country. So if it's broken at the very fundamental level, if its family level's broken, then it's broken the whole way up.
Yep.
And that's what's happened in the West. And the first world Islamic countries have none of those problems.
All right. So just to give a little bit of a context, this video was taken about a year ago, maybe even more than that, before the first video that we played. So this is kind of an example of what we're talking about when Rami was saying, why aren't you Muslim already? Like, he's been saying these same things, the same Jesus's whatever, astaghfirullah, t-shirt, the same argument. It's almost like a prepared or canned answer. He said the same thing in the first one. He's saying the same thing now. I get it. Maybe you want to repeat your things to make a point, but bro, actions speak louder than the words. You're here using a cam girl business, and there's a lot of allegations that I don't even want to get into because there's nothing been like proven yet in the court of law. But again, bro, actions speak louder than the words. If you want to be Muslim and you're talking so good about Islam, why are you not Muslim?
Yeah, and this is not about, questioning him as a person, his intention, all that stuff. Allahu Alam, right? Because you're going to get people that are like, well, you don't know what's in his heart. I don't. But as Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu said, we judged by what was apparent. When the Prophet was alive, we judged by the revelation that was being sent down and by the Prophet and what he said. After he passed away, alayhi salatu wassalam, we judge based on what is apparent, what we see from the people, and we compare it to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his messenger have said. So what I see from Andrew Tate right now is he's saying a lot of things. He's getting on Muslims' good side and that stuff now. Maybe what he's saying he truly believes in, but why is he not a Muslim yet? That's I think the biggest question that he has to face right now. He said if he were to bet on a religion like betting on the stock market, he would choose Islam. But what I think he fails to understand is that he does have to choose. You are betting right now. You are a betting man. And if you're Orthodox Christian or whatever you said you were because you donate money to the church, then according to your own belief, you are making a bad bet, a bad investment. And if you truly believe that Islam is the best bet, well, you do have to choose. You have to choose. You have to bet because you're going to die one day, just like everybody else. And we're all going to wake up. Some people will have made the right decision. Some people won't. And we just want to be from the people who make the right decision, inshallah.
Yeah, so all this is a reminder, man, where you at, why you're not a Muslim yet.
That's it, bro. It's no hate. He got on brother Eddie's The Deen show, just like you. And Eddie got brother Numan Ali Khan, and they were going in, and they were talking about Islam. And Eddie asked a very genuine question. I thought it was kind of a rhetorical question, bro, to be honest, because I was like, why are you asking Andrew Tate if he's read the Quran? Because he's here talking so much about Islam. Why would you even ask that? Like, of course he has. And you know what he answered? He said, no, I haven't yet. It's been on my list. And again, no disrespect, no nothing, but this was about a year of him saying these things about if I had to bet on one religion. Okay, bro, how are you going to bet on something you haven't even read the book, but you're talking about the book? So maybe just, before you make any decision, maybe before you make any stance on it, read the Quran, understand the Quran, and, to me, that's going to speak more volumes than you talking about this and anti this and pro this. And again, guys, we as Muslims do not support woke women's movements. I'm not going to mention it now because you can say anything and get canceled today by the algorithm, by the way, not by the people. We don't care what people say. But these woke women's movements, we don't support it either. So we agree with Andrew Tate in that regard. But using that as an argument of Islam, no. The main argument and premise for Islam being true is the understanding about Islam theologically. It has nothing to do. Okay, yeah, you can say things like, okay, we support this, cool. This is correct. We're pro-family, cool. These are things that are benefits of Islam, of course. But to prove that Islam is true, you don't need to say these things. Theologically, fundamentally, it's already true. There's other things that we have discussed on this channel, and you can find in other YouTube videos to prove that it's true. And if you're sincere about it, bro, if you could do it, then do it.
Convert the whole Tate Speech channel Islamic. I'm serious. Make a new banner. Islamic text. We are now a Muslim channel. Pro-Islam. This is haram. Haram. Send her to Saudi. Let her repeat this. Haram. We need the will of God. We need Allah. Listen, I'm ready for the asteroid. I've had enough.
Same.
No, I am so ready. There's 72 virgins awaiting me. Just bring it on. This is all done. I've had enough.
I mean,
it's these same arguments, bro. Like it's these same like you see people like Sidemen and KSI saying haram in kind of like a meme way. Like everyone knows these terms. They say astaghfirullah, cool. But bro, to be riding the wave this much without even actually being on Islam, I don't know, it's different.
Yeah, and rewatching, because we used to have the "this is haram" thing as like a soundbite for a time because it was funny. Looking back at it, it just seems like pure mockery. If I'm being completely honest. Like everyone, he's sitting there saying things we actually believe in, right? We believe in, not about an asteroid that was in the past with Lut alayhi salam and his people. Things we actually believe in, 72 version, all that stuff. He's mocking and people are laughing. It's a joke. Is Islam a joke to you now all of a sudden? Why? Right? If you actually believe the things you're preaching before, if you joke in that manner, why didn't Muslims come and, do the things that you said they would do to you if you disrespected Islam? I think this is a message to the Muslims now. All right, this is not on Andrew Tate. I don't know what his intentions are, what's in his heart. Allahu A'lam, that doesn't matter to me. We invite him to Islam, right, as Muslims, but at the end of the day, we can't be fools. Honestly, let's not be fools. The new prince of the UK quoted the Quran, and people are like, "Oh my God, amazing!" Joe Biden quoted, he said, "Inshallah," and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh!" Donald Trump said that, "Oh, women want to wear the burqa, the niqab, they want to wear it. Why are we getting involved?" People are like, "Oh my God." None of these people care about you. None of these people care about your religion. None of these people care about your beliefs. They don't give a damn about it. They really don't. The only people that care about your beliefs are people with the same belief. Muslims, right? Just have a strong allegiance with your Muslim brothers and sisters. Let's unite upon the deen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he says, and hold on to the rope of Allah all together and do not become divided. And this is why. Because when we're divided, you have people like, "Oh, look at this non-Muslim. Oh, look at that non-Muslim. They're praising Islam." No, you're falling for a trap, Habibi. You're falling for a trap. He's got you on his side now because he said a few good words of Islam. He will do nothing for Islam. He will do nothing for you or for your life. A few words of encouragement, motivation about masculinity, things you can get from the Prophet ﷺ himself. If you go read the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, and you've contributed nothing, and you've had nothing contributed to your life at the end of the day. So please don't be a fool and look at anyone who preaches about Islam who's not a Muslim and like idolize them. Muslims have a problem. And that's the last thing I'm going to say. I'll let you guys go, inshallah. Muslims have a problem with idolizing non-Muslims who preach Islam. Why is that so significant? They're not a Muslim, but they're talking about how great it is. Why is that significant? I don't understand that.
I almost find it as cringe as when people say, "Oh, look, science has proved this," and it was already written in the Quran. It's not synonymous exactly to what you're saying, but it is one-to-one in the sense that we shouldn't need reinforcement by modern science, which philosophically is something that is, inductive, not deductive, right? We shouldn't need that to prove Islam or the Quran or anything like that. So yes, is it a dub? Sure, but science can be wrong, and science has corrected and changed a lot of things, bro. So using these things to say something which is timeless and objectively true, like the Quran, it's not the same, bro.
Yeah, and Anghel, before I let you go, brother, I do want to mention, I said this a few times, I want to say it again. Even someone like Andrew Tate even if in his articulation of why Islam is the truth, I think he's failing. He's committing a fallacy still. And that fallacy is he's still making himself the measuring stick for what is true. Because what did he say? He didn't say that, oh, there's prophecies in Islam that's undeniable, and that he gave this logical argument, that logical argument, that Islam's understanding of God theologically is the only one that's philosophically compatible, and that's the only, way we can deduce which religion's right. He said what? What did he say? He said that if I were to disrespect Islam, Muslims would hold their values to their hearts and attack you. There was a time when Christians did that, the time when Christians ruled. Did that mean that at that time they were right? At that time Christianity was right? There was a time when Christians were like that. Does that mean that at that point Christianity was right? No. So he's making himself still the measuring stick of truth, that Islam agrees with things I already believe in, and they practice things I already believe in, therefore it must be true. You failed already. You're making yourself the measuring stick of truth. It doesn't work like that. And I think that's the biggest problem that he has. I think, and this is not an attack on him, right? Everyone has their own problems. I have my own struggles and stuff. Everyone does. But I think his is arrogance, honestly. I think Sneeko mentioned on a podcast that Andrew Tate recently said, I'm God's favorite. Even him saying, I'm waiting for 72 virgins. Bro, have you taken a covenant with God? Has God came to you and revealed this and that to you? I'm being honest. If not, then you're living a delusion. and you think you're going to be go to heaven, all that stuff, and you're not obeying the laws that even you said this religion is from God, must be true. I think it's problematic for yourself and nobody else, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think we should leave it at that.
All right. We good to end off?
Yeah, man, alhamdulillah. I agree with Rami. Come on, man. Like, bro, we're Muslims at the end of the day. Are we really that foolish that anyone just hypes us up a little bit much, talks a little bit good about Islam, and all of a sudden they're like our new Muslim king or role model? Like, what? No, bro. No, we have role models. We have those that we look up to, and we try to model their actions, their behavior, their conduct, their integrity, their morale. It's not these I don't want to say it, bro, but it's not these disbelievers, bro. And Allah knows best, because at the end of the day, is it possible that Andrew Tate is a Muslim? Yes, it's possible, bro. No, none of us are out here, trying to make takfir or anything. We're not calling him a kuffar or anything like that. What we're saying is we judge by actions. And if you haven't become Muslim, you haven't even read the Quran yet, bro. Like, come on. And you're out here still doing a lot of these things. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Again, this is not us reacting to the ban of Andrew Tate from a lot of different platforms. This is not what this stream was about. Maybe we'll make a video on that. Maybe we won't. I don't really see a need of. But he's been canceled on a lot of things. Not much that we have to say about that, because I do know people are going to ask us about that. I don't want to do a whole stream on that. But regarding this whole cancel culture and being, off different platforms, this is something that I hope you guys are ready for. We have a YouTuber that we got on a stream with a few days ago, or like 2 weeks ago. I'm not gonna mention the name because, bro, that's how hot this whole YouTube thing is right now. Like, I don't even think it's safe for us to mention the name. But he's been getting offed left, right, and center, bro. And I think this is just the direction that things are heading. We gotta be vigilant. This is a message to the creators, and especially if you have a Muslim channel, Islamic channel, be very careful, bro. I'm gonna have a one-to-one nasiha with an ustad that we got on the podcast lately. He's been going a little bit too into a lot of the things overtly. This is something that me, Rami, and Anghel have talked about lately too. It's not worth getting completely off the platform for. And it's a disclaimer too. If you guys ever watch this and you notice, why are you guys not talking about this? Why are you guys not talking about that? Are you guys not unapologetically Muslim enough to talk about this? Are you guys not unfiltered enough to talk? No, it's not about that, bro. Believe me, we agree with a lot of the things that most Muslims agree with that have their head screwed on tight. We're not pro any of this modernity. But at the end of the day, can we be the ones fighting every single battle and having it highlighted all over our face and saying everything and risk getting deplatformed if that's the case? No, it's not worth it. So at the end of the day, understand that we come from a place of sincerity and love. We're not modern, woke, left Muslims. None of that. Definitely not. But there is a way you got to play this game if you want to continue spreading the message, bro.
All right. And with that being said, Allahumma atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhab an-nar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.